WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome in. Thank you so much for being here and joining me on 2 News Now. We are starting out with breaking news this morning. Take a look at this. This is a live look from the press conference happening right now at the law offices of Wright and Schultz.
Lawyers there have filed more than 200 lawsuits in Montgomery County against Kettering Health and other parties due to what they are calling significant health issues patients experienced following the May 2025 ransomware attack and data breach. They now represent more than 500 victims of that cyber attack.
2 News reporter Evan Bales is actually at this press conference right now. He's going to be working on this as a story today and will be able to answer some of those harder questions that we have about the lawsuit's primary focus. So that's what we're looking forward to today. Big story there. Again, we are happy to have you in this morning. I'm your host, Alexis Bellamy, and I've got 2 News traffic anchor Lee Jeffries with me this morning. Lee, how are you?
I'm good. I feel like I haven't been here in a while.
I feel the same way. Welcome in on this, and it's Thursday. We usually see you earlier in the week, so we are especially happy to have you. We've got a full look. We've got a full show, rather, before we get into exactly what you've got today, top stories and a look at weather. We are monitoring the roads, Lee.
Yes, the rain has been intense this morning. We'll say that. And some areas are seeing flooding. I mean, you can see it right there on your screen. If you're getting your day underway, be prepared for standing water on the roads and flooding in at-risk areas. Just taking a look at the screen here, this is why it's crucial to allow extra time to get to your destination. Ohio State Highway Patrol says check your tire tread depth, blinkers, headlights, and brake lights before you drive today. And you need to be extra cautious on the roads. Don't take any risk. Also remember that your driving habits in nice weather should not be the same ones that you use in flood conditions and the conditions we see.
And that is a perfect time now, of course, to get a look at exactly what those conditions are like this morning. I said yesterday, I actually shared this as a grievance with Jamie, and it's not her fault. But I woke up, or what did I say yesterday, Jamie? I think I left work, it was raining, went to sleep, it was raining. Woke
every
up,
every time you looked outside, it was raining.
It was raining. And the same thing for some time, right?
Yeah, this morning, I mean, for sure, it's been raining all morning. We do have some breaks that will show up this afternoon, but the chance for rain does continue.
Okay, so that's something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely.
All of the equipment.
Yeah, you can see right now the flooding concern that we have. We have the flood watch in effect along and south of I-70 until 1. And then those brighter greens are where we either have flood warnings or flood advisories, and that's where ongoing flooding is occurring. So high water on those typical spots that would gather water, some road closures down that way as well. So southern Preble, Montgomery, and southern Greene County, and then into Butler, Warren, and Clinton counties. That's where we've had the most rainfall. We've had over 2-3 inches of rain in the past 24 hours down that way. Then as you travel north of 70, it was more like a half inch to an inch, but it's really good to see some of those higher totals up around Mercer and Auglaize counties where we've had that extreme drought. Time lapse from the Troy Stouter Center shows a very wet, gloomy late morning. We've got lots of clouds out there, and it is still raining. A look at our temperatures, at least it's not too chilly. It's nice and cool. We have readings at 58 in Dayton, Troy, 57 Union City and Minster, also 57 over in Urbana. So 2 things to know today: multiple rounds of rain still expected through Saturday and above normal temperatures, so it will feel spring-like. You can see our satellite radar loop there. And then the rain becomes scattered going into the afternoon. So we will see a little bit of an improvement where we catch some dry time. Otherwise, temperatures top out in the mid-60s. We'll take a look at the details of when it all ends coming up.
Jamie, you said it perfectly, and that reminded me of something I did want to say. I said earlier I don't like the hot rain, but this morning the rain, it was like perfect. If it was going to rain, it was like just cool.
You like a cool rain.
Yes, and that's exactly what we had this morning. So
sure
if that's
do.
what we're in for, I can take it. I can dig it. All right. Thank you, Jamie. We have that full look in just a little bit, but we're moving on to your top 5 stories this morning. Leading is continuing coverage this morning. Listen to this. So we're learning more about the death of Ashley Flynn. The parents of Ashley Flynn have filed a restraining order against Caleb Flynn. The order would keep Caleb from accessing Ashley's financial information, things like her life insurance and those estate records. So Caleb is accused of killing Ashley inside of their Tip City home. That happened last month. We brought it to you as breaking news. We've been talking about it significantly since it happened. Caleb Flynn's attorneys recently filed a motion to restrict public access to this case, and he's said to be back in court on March 26th, and we will be there for that, Lee.
And the Clarksville community is coming together after a devastating house fire Tuesday morning killed a mother and her 5 children. Right now, the father is also in critical condition. So friends, neighbors, and local businesses are all rallying around the family. One local salon owner actually plans on donating 100% of her sales on Sunday to the family. And a local restaurant group is also donating 10% of their sales next week. A GoFundMe has also been started to support the fiance, that father, and it's already raised more than $70,000. At this time, we still don't know what caused the fire.
And that community outreach is something that we have, or that community outpouring, that respect, that love has been something that we have actually been seeing with Ashley Flynn a lot lately.
Yes, the communities just have
People
been
just
really
showing
coming together.
And police have said that they have found the person who is responsible, or they suspect rather, of hitting and killing a person with their car on Wednesday night. That suspect has been identified as Brandon Swan. It all started when a state trooper found a body lying in the middle of the road, or at the corner of West Main Street and Southwest Street in Xenia around 7:20 that night. So just a few blocks away, police then found an SUV with fresh damage that they saw leaving the area that the body was found in. So Swan is being charged with tampering with evidence and leaving the scene of an accident. He'll be held at the Butler County Jail before being taken to Greene County. This case is still under investigation, and we'll let you know more as we learn it.
And then 2 people are recovering this morning after being stabbed. This happened on Embassy Place in Harrison Township at 9:30 Wednesday night. When police got to the scene, they found one woman and a juvenile boy, both with stab wounds, and they were taken to Kettering Health Dayton and are expected to be okay. One man was arrested, and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office Special Investigations Unit is investigating this.
And finally, ending our top 5 stories this morning on a high note, you guys. After claiming the first regular season title in 6 years, Wright State's men's hoops tipped off the Horizon League tournament play just last night. The Raiders earned the #1 seed and home court advantage against 10-seeded Cleveland State. They had a 5-point lead at halftime, despite not making any three-pointers, and they actually walked away with that 90-61 win over Cleveland State. Their next game is on Monday, March 9th, in the first semifinal game of the 2026 Horizon League Men's Basketball Championship. So tip-off is set for 7 o'clock at the Coverta Coliseum in Indianapolis, and the Raiders will play the winner of the Green Bay Northern Kentucky game. Okay, on that note, we are turning our eye to our React to That question for this morning. I want to know, what is a fun fact about yourself that people may not know about you? And I set the tone earlier this morning, and I'll share a new one today. So I have a hidden talent, I guess I'll say. Flying a kite is a lost art, and I know how to do that.
That is amazing.
Like, that's just a random fun fact about me. Like, I can successfully and almost expertly fly a kite. I had someone in here say, "Oh, don't you just need wind?" No, you don't. It's a whole art. Lee, what is yours? I said I was going to ask you. Thank you.
Random. Mine's also random, but it's more just like, yeah.
Okay.
My birthday spells my name. It is 133, which spells Lee.
That is really good. You think I like that one? Who said I wasn't gonna like that?
I know, we had
like
to confirm.
You didn't confirm. That is a good one. Okay, I think both Lee and I have some really good ones for you guys this morning, but the question is still out there. Scan the QR code and get in on the conversation. What is a fun fact about yourself that people just may not know about you? Get people to know you. So turning now to our morning and what we are still dealing with as we make our way through the day. We've got some really wet conditions outside. So 2 News reporter Avery Feldman, she was on these conditions all morning long. She's here now. She was in live drive for several hours, and she's just going to tell us about what things were like out there as we make our way through the morning. Avery, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
So what did you see out there? What were the roads like?
Very flooded, as you could imagine. Lots of wet conditions all across the road, puddles, stuff like this, as you see on your screen. We saw a lot of cars doing that too, which you should not be driving through those puddles. That is very dangerous. But yeah, it's very wet and rainy outside.
Yeah, you already touched on this a little, but like, what do drivers need to watch out for when driving through these flooded waters?
Oh yeah, there were a lot of road closures out there because of those conditions. I just don't think the amount of cars that were driving past those signs is crazy. The roads are closed for a reason. There are puddles of water that is huge. It's so dangerous. You can see, like, that is so dangerous. You can lose control of your car. It'll break down on you. You don't know what's underneath the water. There could be debris. You don't know how deep the water is. So watch out for that. And then we also spoke to Ohio State Highway Patrol, who said before you leave the house this morning, I know it's kind of a little bit later, if you're getting a late start on your day, make sure to be checking your blinkers, your headlights, your brake lights, all the good things to make sure that your car is fully ready for this rain and this flooding.
So, Avery, this morning when you guys were out there during the morning commute, a lot of people probably rushing to get to work. Did you guys see any accidents or any pull-offs on the roads?
We did not see any accidents, thank goodness. Knock on wood, I won't see any today. But we did see a lot of roads blocked off, a lot of crews out there working, trying to clear some trees from the road, trying to get the drains to work, get the flood waters to go down, that kind of stuff.
Alrighty, Avery, thank you so much. We will get you out of here.
Yeah, Julian has more on this story later today.
Perfect. Alrighty, so before we go, this is a good talk early. This is very interesting.
I know. I feel like this is good news, I would say, for the students. What do you think?
I am actually on the fence about this.
We'll have to see. I mean, that's exactly what they're going to be doing. So it's one school in Sydney, beginning in August, Lehman Catholic High School is actually adding 30 minutes to each school day so that their students can go to school 4 days a week instead of 5 days. The school says these changes will be beneficial for both students and faculty, giving them more time on Sundays to recharge and connect with their faith. But I know in 2 years they are going to go back and reevaluate whether or not this is working.
Okay, so that is something to consider. So, and you said you would be open to a 4-day school week.
I think, that extra time on the weekends can be beneficial for, like they said, both the students and the faculty. Just, more time to step away before you come back.
It can be, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm out of school now and, the Monday to Friday thing doesn't seem that bad. But, that's tradition. It was set up that way for a reason is how I feel. But if it's not broke, don't fix it. But again, that's just me. But we will see. Very exciting to find out. Okay, 11:11, 11:12 almost. When we get back, we have that full look at weather, and we're getting ready for a big game. But before that, protecting the city, what that looks like on the other side of the break.
News now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Windows Direct.
Welcome back, everyone. We are taking a full look at that Storm Team 2 forecast, all the information you need as we deal with this wet day outside that's going to turn into a wet couple of days, right, Jamie, potentially?
Already had, a few days of wet weather, and it's going to keep going probably through about Saturday.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I guess tomorrow is already Friday, but that just sounds like a long time.
Yeah.
It does.
It does. Well, we've been dealing with it for, 2 days, so it's already felt like a long time.
Yeah, that's why.
But for the rest of today, we have rain out there right now in spots. Temperature's 58, so at least it's nice and cool. The steady rain that we've been dealing with will become more scattered going into the afternoon, so we'll notice more breaks showing up. It's breezy with a south-southwest wind between 10 and 15 miles per hour, and temperatures today should reach the mid-60s for highs, so it will end up being nice and mild. You can see those numbers coming up into the low 60s around lunchtime and then up to 66 at 3 o'clock. This evening will fall back down into the upper 50s, but we don't drop too far overnight. Still a steady area of rain in our eastern and southern counties, but to the north and west, we're starting to see it become a bit more scattered. That's where they really need the rain, up around Mercer and Auglaize counties, and thankfully they have picked up a ½ inch, in some spots close to an inch. We'll continue to add to that, though, as low pressure is tracking across the region, and the front popped north of us, which is why it's warming up today. As we head into Friday, the front will still be north of us, and we're actually looking at the potential for some record warmth tomorrow. So here's a look at future track, which starts off with pretty wet conditions, and it tapers to scattered showers for the afternoon and evening, and even into tonight. There should be a lot of dry time around. Tomorrow, we'll have the chance of a passing shower, maybe a rumble of thunder, but also the sun looks to come out for a little bit tomorrow. So that'll be really nice after several gray days to finally have some bright sky. So the chance today is really good for rain. Tomorrow it does come down to about 40%. So we'll still see some rain around, just not the widespread activity we've had today. And then Saturday, it does come back up. We're going to see a cold front move in, so that'll bring in good coverage again. And then finally, Sunday and Monday look to be dry days. So here's your forecast for today. 66 the high, breezy, milder, with scattered showers and a chance of thunder. Overnight, we'll drop back to 56 with a few spotty showers around. Tomorrow, 75. That would be a record high. And it'll be breezy with more scattered showers and a chance of thunder, but not a washout tomorrow. Saturday, coverage increases, so rain becomes more likely area-wide with a high of 70. It'll be windy. And then don't forget we spring forward. Saturday night, we'll turn our clocks ahead 1 hour. And it looks dry Sunday and Monday, but it also looks pretty comfortable. Highs will be in the 60s, a little bit cooler, but we have a lot of sunshine in the forecast early next week.
We certainly do. And Jamie, I'm looking at Friday, and that looks like when I'll be getting what I'm not a big fan of, which is that kind of hot, warm rain.
Right.
And then Sunday, that's right, we're springing forward.
Yeah.
Or should we not be excited about that?
I mean, you lose an hour of sleep. But
Oh, yeah, but
I'm
we
not
get longer
excited.
days. Okay.
Yeah.
But we get longer days. Jamie, before we let you go, will you please share your fun fact about yourself that you think that we may not know about you? What is it?
I know how to repair VCRs.
Okay, Jamie, now you have to explain more because I can guarantee you the person sitting next to you does not know what a VCR
Thank
is.
you, Alexis.
I promise you she does not.
Seriously.
I know, Jamie.
But Jamie,
Okay.
that is a good one.
It's a
you're
video
right. That's an
cassette
interesting-
recorder. You know what we're doing right now, we used to do this on video
VHSs.
cassettes and put them in the VCR. But yeah, I worked at the VCR hospital when I was in high school, so I can replace belts, idler, pinch roller. I can do cleanings. I can do a minor power supply repair.
Jamie, how cool.
Yeah.
That is
And
okay.
it's a lost art though, because
Yeah, because no one uses VCRs anymore. I learned something new, Jamie. Thank you for sharing that about yourself. I have questions. I'll ask you later. Okay. All right. So listen to this, you guys. A proposed ban on Ohio State and other college football games being aired exclusively on a streaming service is gaining support at the State House. But listen to who is actually backing this bill. An association of Ohio bar owners is behind the support that would prohibit public universities in the state from granting broadcasting rights to an athletic event only to a streaming platform. So in a hearing for the bill just last month, bar owners say game days, they bring in people. And if they aren't able to show the games, they're going to lose out on money. And that, of course, is a key factor here. That's something else we're going to have to see how it shakes out, Lee.
Yeah, I can definitely see why there are conflicting opinions on that. Next up, take a look at this. A DoorDasher gets arrested on the job. Police in New Jersey arrested a DoorDash driver with outstanding warrants on Sunday, but he didn't let his customer go disappointed. Officers discovered that the driver had a warrant during a traffic stop, and while he was being placed under arrest, he told police he was delivering food just off the block. And here we can see that ring camera footage where Sergeant Matt Barnett and Officer Mike Shear actually finished the delivery themselves, which was definitely to the customer's surprise.
I can't imagine. First of all, I don't do DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything like that anyways. I don't really trust people. But if I was to do that and then open the door and I see two police officers and I'm expecting Jim from DoorDash, yes, I'm going to have some
Me
questions.
too. And I'm a DoorDash warrior, so I would definitely be
Okay,
confused.
so this would catch you off guard as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, interesting. That was funny. Okay, so back here at home, listen to this. The 38th annual Arnold Sports Festival kicks off today at the Columbus Convention Center. Very exciting. So organizers are gearing up for the big crowds and making sure all attendees will be safe. The event's medical director is making sure his team is ready to respond as well. They say they've been running through unique scenarios of injuries that could come from competition activities. So we're expecting more than 100,000 people there to attend the Arnold this weekend. And that was actually a beautiful segue into what we are doing here at home this weekend. So we know that we're expecting hundreds of thousands later on here in Dayton for the 2026 First Four games starting on the 17th, and then the big hoopla event. That's just a few days before that. So we know local organizations are doing everything they can to protect the city and the people in it. And we're going to hear exactly why, because experts say these events are hot spots for human trafficking. So the nonprofit organization SOAP, that stands for Save Our Adolescents from Prostitution, is holding a special event this weekend to get prepared for that, to help people out. To tell us more about what that event will entail is Michelle James. She's a survivor and an advocate. She's also with SOAP. Michelle, good morning. Tell us what we can look forward to this weekend. How are you guys helping?
Good morning. So what we do is we come together in many different times before the event, and we put labels on the soaps and on makeup wipes. And they have all the information that somebody might need if they need to report any type of trafficking, whether it's themselves or somebody they know. And then we all come together on Saturday morning. We have a survivor who shares her story with us. And then we go out to the hotels and we pass out these folders. Inside these folders are literature. There is a window cling that they can put up there. There's information in English and Spanish. And then we pass out the soaps and the makeup wipes, and hope that we spread the awareness that people know that nobody's for sale.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk about why big events like the ones we have coming up are such hot spots, for sex trafficking?
Sure. So the reason why we put these in the motels is because what happens is when we have a big event like what's happening this weekend, people come in from out of town, right? And so it's very a hot spot, like you guys called it, for people to come in and pay for this type of a thing. And so we just want these people to know that this is a problem, this is a man problem, and we are doing everything that we can to raise awareness and make sure that people know, like I said, nobody's for sale.
And tell us, Michelle, really quickly before you go, where can people go to learn more about what you guys are doing and human trafficking, and especially how to spot it and what to do if they do safely?
So I would suggest that you get involved with a trafficking organization in your area. Here, it could be the Oasis House or Sidewalk Soldiers. And we hold different types of events where we do Trafficking 101 that we share with people what it looks like, because it doesn't look like what they make it look like on TV. There's hardly ever chains, hardly ever bars. It's always something much different than that.
Exactly. And thank you again for bringing in exactly what we can expect, what people can expect to see in those hotel rooms. You guys are really doing great stuff. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
It's 11:23 now. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, what's coming up in Living Dayton? And those React to That responses. Welcome back, everybody. What is a fun fact that people may not know about you? What do you feel comfortable with sharing? I know earlier I shared that I actually cannot whistle, and I don't know, I struggle with that.
But
sometimes.
You can fly a kite. So.
But I can fly a kite. But listen to this. Jenny says, I also cannot whistle normal like other people. I whistle in, which just means I breathe in through pursed lips, and occasionally you'll hear something that halfway resembles a whistle. Well, Jenny, you've got one up on me because I don't even think I can do that, an in whistle. Okay. And Teresa says, I was once a guest on the Geraldo show. Okay, we have to say something. Some of us in here did not know what that show was. We looked it up. That is a feat. Congratulations to you. Finally, Susie says, the tip of my tongue can reach my nose. That is definitely something that I guess a lot of people would not know unless you were just walking around like that. So good stuff there. All right, looking now to what is coming up in a Living Dayton. Grace is here to break it down, and I'm already very excited about who you guys have in the kitchen. I've heard so much about it. How interesting.
Right? Ford's Garage is going to be in the kitchen making delicious bowls, burger bowls, and then they're doing like a Southwest like chicken bowl. It's going to be so good. I cannot wait.
So I am excited about that, but this next thing is also up my alley. I love learning. I love a good production. So if I can learn a little bit more, I absolutely will.
Yeah, International Women's Day is right around the corner, so Dayton Live is hosting a documentary and discussion panel. The documentary is Let Ohio Women Vote, and then they're going to have a great panel discussion right afterwards. So yeah, this one's definitely going to be a great time.
I'm excited to learn more about that. That really is up my alley for stuff.
Oh yeah,
Grace,
me
before
too.
we go, will you share your fun fact if you have one?
I don't have one. I mean, I don't even think I'm that fascinating of a person, so I don't even know what mine would be.
Okay, I'll hold you to the next one.
I'll think.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you back here on Friday, finally. Have a good one.